Hello. Hi.
That's better. Okay. Is it okay if charities die? They die out, if they disappear. Is that okay? A lot of you kind of feel like a bit concerned because you might end up unemployed. I share that concern. Okay? I also work for a charity. But here's an example. Guide dog. So guide dog, an assistance dog, costs £55,000 over its lifetime. Okay, to train and to run a guide dog. £55,000. If you could download an app, £4.95, and that would do the same job, wouldn't that be better? And charities, they mitigate this. They understand that there are opportunities and they want to represent their stakeholders in the best possible way. So they invest in innovation, they hire digital transformation people like me. They do this stuff to mitigate this possibility. And whilst I don't think charities are about to die out, I think we need to take a look at what's happened to other industries. So publishing, music, film, retail, banking, recruitment. There's been cataclysmic disruption across a huge range of industries. Why has that not affected charities? I think one of the main reasons is charities aren't industries. It's not really a sector. It's a legal definition. All charities are different. All charities are unique. There are new charities that come along from time to time with new and interesting ideas, serving niches. That's great, but often what happens in the sector is consolidation. We've seen it. These guys, breast cancer care now, breast cancer care, breast cancer now, have merged. Almost definitely the right thing to do. If a new charity comes along and two charities are competing in the same space, it's kind of irresponsible, isn't it, to take fundraisers' money, people have run bake sales, right, and you're putting that money into marketing budgets competing against another charity. People want their money to go towards the cause, not an organisation. And so that strikes me as the right thing to do. But if charities merge, where does the innovation come from? If innovation can't come from competition, where does the innovation come from? And I think it's most likely to come from commercial organisations and probably more specifically things like social enterprise. Smaller organisations who can apply modern principles like design thinking to understanding an audience, understanding a cause. And if they're small enough, it means they're willing to take risks. They can also do things like apply technology to scale. And I think that's where the disruption is likely to come from, because we have lots of bigger charities who really struggle with scale, primarily because of the way they've been organised. You see lots of innovation around blockchain, virtual reality, augmented reality, lots of stuff around chatbots, machine learning, AI. When you look at where that technology is being used, often it's being used on the periphery of charities, for awareness, for fundraising, rarely in the core. Why do these organisations have? We talked about how they're all so different. The causes are different. You know, some of them fit into sort of some categories, but they have completely different audiences. Why do charities all have cookie cutter org structures? They learn from each other about how their organisations should be put together, and broadly speaking, they haven't changed in the last sort of 10 or 20 years. And I think that's possibly part of the problem. And you need to imagine a sort of blank sheet of paper. If we're going to start this charity afresh, we're going to start Breast Cancer Now Care tomorrow, right? Yeah. What would it look like? What does the ideal charity look like? And eventually you'll figure that out, and that may well take you months or years, right? You'll figure out what it needs to look like, and you'll look at the charity you work for, and it will look nothing like that. And then you've got to attempt to transform your charity from the middle. Okay? And it turns out there's often a lot of resistance to that. The critical part of this is that it is nothing to do with digital. It is about culture. It's about organisation. It's about internal communication. It's about learning and development. It's about all of these things before it's about digital. Technology comes in at the end. Right? The most important thing in transformation is just understanding your audience, just understanding the people you're trying to help. So you get a lot of resistance, and unfortunately a lot of that resistance comes at an executive level. Loads of execs and chief executives really are behind and appreciate and understand that the organisation needs to evolve and change. But there'll always be some executives who, whilst they appreciate the need to change, they probably don't appreciate the need to change themselves. And I can understand this perspective. If you've worked in a charity and it's largely worked in the same way for 30 years, a lot of significant change happening quickly is going to feel uncomfortable. What we need to do, rather than me suggest that we fire all of those people, is actually start, and this is why learning and development and leadership and things to come in, because we need leaders with a growth mindset, not a talent mindset. That's recruiting leaders or promoting into leadership positions, people that don't assume they know the answers or claim they have the answers, people who just want to know what the answer is. And we don't, I think, in the charity sector right now, the technology sector is full of people like this. A lot of you in this room, if you're in digital and marketing and things, it's a good chance you probably have this mindset or adopting this mindset. But in charities as a whole, we don't work with growth mindsets. We often work with talent mindsets. We want to recruit the person and that's not the way to go. So how should transformation ideally work? Well, it needs to start at the top and at the bottom. You need to understand your vision as an organisation. What is the cause? Who are you trying to help? You need to understand the conditions for change. And once you've understood the conditions for change, you can go about making those changes. And you go straight down to the bottom and you start talking to the people who are directly affected, like these guys. Right? And you build but that's not for an app, that's for an organisation. You should build your organisation around this concept, not just an app. Go and understand your audience, understand what their needs are, and what you want is a starting point. You're not going to fix every problem right now. You need to connect the top to the bottom straight away. The middle will make it happen, and you need everyone to buy into it. Your whole organisation has to deliver. But the issue is really connecting the top of your organisation to the cause and filling in the gaps after that. And this means actually that people with a growth mindset and your transformation leads, they shouldn't be part of an IT directorate. They shouldn't be part of a marketing directorate. They should report directly to your chief executive. They should probably be your chief executive. Those are the kinds of people we need today, and hopefully you guys will become those people. It doesn't matter if you're not the chief executive now. You need to fight for innovation in the core of your charity. You need to fight for an organisation that directly helps your cause. Because if you're a 40 or 50-year-old charity, I guarantee you that's not how you're set up right now. And you can all do this. You can all do this by working with people on the ground, understanding your audience, understanding the cause, and really fighting for it. And being a high challenge, creating a high challenge organisation, being challenging. So don't get fired. Be polite, okay? Be polite, but challenge. And we need significant change, and it starts with things like the Backer app. More, if you can demonstrate that level of innovation, where you're connecting your strategy to the cause, the more you can do that, the better. So I'm putting it on you. It's on you. Do I think charities should die? No. I think charities will evolve, and I think it'll be down to you guys to help that happen. Thanks very much.